Okay, so I'm doing this video for the people who I'm reaching out for help. My child father is white and he's online trying to say that I'm snag-a-tooth, bed wench, not pregnant, my baby's a tumor, while I am trying to reach out for help and my family is involved. They are trying to set me up to be murdered, knowing the evidence to my case, allowing this white male to get online. That's me and my sisters and my cousins, allowing this white male to get online and call my baby a tumor. If you know anything about the racist white brotherhood, they are paying black people off, my whole family, father, sisters, everybody, to lie about my pregnancy and my case. And that's his mother. She is a racist, and I am pregnant. She is in a white gang that's racist, and of course they have had blacks enslaved, and they got Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms allowing me in to bring me into locations in Atlanta, Georgia over a felon. And they tried to kill me about my evidence, and starving me in motels and trying to kill me in motel rooms in Atlanta, Georgia, because I came to Atlanta after they ran me from Texas. I shot this white male in the leg while he was attacking me and my 22-month-old son, and I am pregnant. And they tortured me. The racist white brotherhood tortured me in the back of the Montgomery County Jail, and my family knew about it. But because he's white, they allowed gang members to abuse me from the time that I was released on all charges, August 22nd, 2019, for the Skull and Bones white brotherhood. And this white man was attacking me and my baby, and it's all over social media, and they've been sending me with black male terrorist gang members trying to pretend like they like me, bringing me into motel rooms and trafficking me. They know that I'm pregnant by Austin, and they done made me have sex with these men. These men done pulled out guns on me, brought me into several different locations, and every location you see in these clips, I was being trafficked by some male, and still pregnant with the baby from the jail, because they starved us for 11 months, tortured us, and were lying about my pregnancy. And all the African Americans in the country knew what they were doing when they had me back there. But Jesus Christ said that because I was black, that didn't mean that I was guilty and that they needed to let me and my baby go. So they trafficked us to Bruce White. They trafficked me to Marcus Mitchell. They trafficked me to a man named Deshaun Mapp. They trafficked me to several hundred different men since I've been out of the Montgomery County Jail, and the baby is still alive. So he's online trying to call the baby a tumor and hoping that they kill it, because God said that I could press charges on him, which is why I am reaching out to all the nations. And I want to show my family member faces, but they know that they brought me into this man's house, Luther Landon Apartments, with a man named Marcus Mitchell. After I came to Atlanta, they ran me from Texas and from my aunts, and I came to Atlanta pregnant, thinking that I was going to be able to put out the evidence about my pregnancy, but I was wrong, because they sent me with black males to traffic me and starve me in cheap motel rooms, expensive motel rooms, but just to traffic me and try to shrink down my baby bump and keep starving us, and then try to set me up as a prostitute. They had me in locations without microwave and refrigerator. It's pretty much a hostage situation, and these black males have charges, and God said they are black terrorists. They staging to have me outside and then having me and pick me up, because when I got out of the jail, I didn't have an apartment anymore. I had my own apartment before I went to jail, and I didn't have an apartment anymore. So they were doing chemical warfare over the apartments. They brought me in and having me smoking and trying not to release the evidence, and having me crying out of the country, because Hollywood is trying to set me up and lie about my pregnancy, because they made me lose my apartment, holding me, torturing me for 11 months in the jail, with every black person knowing about it in the country, and then letting me out with the baby still alive with nowhere to go. And then they would not let us in the shelters. And so I came to Atlanta because they wouldn't let me in the shelters in Houston, and they stayed for me to be out of the shelter in a week, was abusing me, poisoning my food, trying to starve me, and then trying to sex traffic me in the shelter and outside the shelter, so these whites could keep my child and cover up that I am pregnant. And it's a lawsuit lawsuit involved, and you can see the baby moving in my stomach at all the locations where I have been at. But they keep on trying to traffic me, and they have all of the black men in America attempting to murder me and attempting to punch me all in my belly and fight me, and the black women as well. And there are people who've been following me from Texas that know that I have been pregnant since Texas and telling my story. So they know that none of the black men that they have sex trafficked me to are my baby daddy. And they can see from Texas that they were denying me medical care in Texas and having me in men's homes and apartments that were trafficking me for them, and having black women like Bianca Hudson attacking me with these gang members and causing me to have to call the police and file police reports, sex trafficking me to several different motels. Although I was saying I did not want to be sex trafficked, they were forcing me to go with women who were trying to starve me in their homes, males pulling out guns, their mother's entire family being involved. A man named Colin trafficked me from the beginning, and a man named Jakiba were pulling out guns on me. And it all started from my sister's home. She knew I was pregnant when I got out of the jail, and then Austin was abusing me. This is my body coming out of Montgomery County Jail pregnant. And these are all of my channels. I'm on Queen Andrea Antoinette Jones channel, but these are all of my channels right here where they have tried to stop this information from coming out. And they are still following me right now on Memorial Drive in North Harrison in Atlanta, Georgia. So Andrea Antoinette Jones, Queen Andrea Antoinette Jones, Andrea Jones, the Silk Ministry, God Defeat Freemasons, because the black Freemasons is trying to help them cover up my pregnancy and the evidence of my case. These people threatened to rape my child, and they got the black Freemasons helping them. Leaving Egypt, Andrea Jones Rescue, Shady Masi, and the Queen of Halo. My son's name is Melbourne. Halo met her, and she needs to return my son to me alive, but she got all the black people in America trying to worship this white Klansman's gang and set me up to be murdered pregnant instead of giving us medical care, and causing me to have to cry out to all of the nations of the earth because they're over here being racist, and then they're over here kissing up to these white people and trying to set me up to be murdered, and they don't want people to know.